Hey, Queens, you are driven and it totally shows. Your career in business is taking off, and maybe you're killing it in the mom game. But let me guess, your own health and self care didn't even make it onto the table this week, or last week, or the week before? Can I ask you a question? How would you like to lose 10 to 15 pounds over the next 10 weeks without having to diet or work out 24/7? At the same time, how would you like to double your energy, feel balanced, and show up in your career and business like the badass boss babe you are? Most women who find themselves watching this video are either a badass female entrepreneur who is killing it in her career, but can't seem to find the time in her busy schedule to work on getting healthy, especially after you just committed to next year's PTA president or whatever else insane commitment you just took on. Oh, yeah, I see you. And you're telling yourself, I'm too busy bossing it to even think about working out, eating clean, and taking time for self care. Or perhaps you're a career focused woman who hustles the day job from 9 to 5, then hurries home to work on her side hustle for 3 to 4 hours at night. And you're still trying to show up and be the best wife to your partner and loving mama to your kiddos. And you feel like there's just no time to fit it all in. Even though you know you need to make your health a priority, you just can't seem to figure out how to do it all and be everywhere. No matter what kind of queen you are, your reality probably looks like this. You get up, you grab a cup of coffee, maybe you even have time to run through Starbucks for your favorite muffin, just to rush into the office only to sit your ass down in front of a computer all day long. You tell yourself things like, I don't have time to eat. So you grab something quick and crappy and you scarf it down, all while reading another email. Let's face it, ladies, when the hustle is real, we don't take time to eat balanced meals throughout the day, and you find yourself then starving by 5 p.m. So, what do? You A, run through Taco Bell because, hey, it's quick and easy. Or B, you get home, you look in the freezer, you pull something out, you pop it in the air fryer, and boom, dinner's done in 30. Let's not even talk about the lack of exercise in your life and how it's all affecting your personal, professional, and your sex life. I know. You're thinking, she's going to tell me that in order to lose weight and feel sexy in my body, that I'm going to need to stop eating my favorite foods, work out 7 days a week, and probably drink some green, gross smoothie instead of wine at night. But dieting and working out 24/7 feels exhausting, right? It's one more to do on the never ending list of things you're trying to incorporate, but suck at. Don't worry, Queen. I totally 100% feel ya. Heck, I am you. And what I want to share with you today is simple enough that it's actually doable. So here's a disclaimer. What I'm going to share with you about losing weight, feeling energized, and showing up in your life with unstoppable confidence is so uber simple. You're going to think, Carissa, girl, get real. It can't possibly work that easy. Yeah, I see you, babe. So here's a secret. Are you ready? You've been brainwashed into thinking that losing weight and looking sexy has to be hard, expensive, complicated, and miserable. You've been dieting for so long that when you think about losing weight and feeling sexy and having tons of energy and getting it all done, you're going to call me crazy. So, notice earlier I said easy, right? EASY. So, now let me ask you a simple question. Are you ready to actually have the body, the energy, and the confidence that you have been dreaming, thinking, and obsessing about? Are you willing to throw out the diet playbooks, ditch the excuses, think outside the box, and start showing up like the badass boss babe that I know is inside of you? Let's start off by taking a simple assessment. Answer either yes or no to the following questions. So go ahead and grab a piece of paper and just write down a Y or an N. We'll tally up your score at the end. Okay, here we go. You don't feel sexy and confident in your own skin anymore. Yes or no? You're tired of spending money on diets, pills, food prep services, fancy gym equipment, trainers, online programs, health apps that just don't seem to work long term. Yes or no? Your friends, let me guess, right? Your friends just give you tons of health and wellness advice, but you can't seem to find the motivation to make lasting changes. Yes or no? Hey, ladies, do you know you're meant for more, but you feel like your weight and your lack of confidence holds you back? Do you not feel comfortable having sex anymore because you can't stand the way your body looks? Do you feel disappointed and guilty about how you let yourself go over the years? Do you feel overwhelmed and stressed out about all the healthy choices you should be making? And do you beat yourself up over it daily? Yes or no? Have you tried everything, but nothing seems to work for you? And you're starting to believe that there's something might be wrong with me. Are you an emotional wreck on the inside and you tend to turn to food, booze, drug, and work just to cope with your feelings? Does the voice inside your head, is it negative and always reminds you that you are not enough and unworthy of love and attention? Is your life so busy that you can't even remember the last time you sat down and did anything for yourself? Are you tired of feeling like an imposter when it comes to showing up in your own life? And deep down, do you feel like a failure and like what you're doing just isn't enough? Yes or no? If you've got more than 2 yeses on your paper, I've got good news and I've got even better news for you. So the good news is that nothing is wrong with you. And yes, you can have the rockin' J-Lo body that you have been wishing for and the kick-ass business and career. I'm here to tell you that you can have it all. Yes, you can. Lots of energy, a positive mindset, a sexy body, and stoppable confidence that's going to help you skyrocket your success in so many areas of your life. The better news is that I'm going to help you go deeper to where all these things, seemingly separate problems, originate so that you can fix the root cause. Are you ready? Great. By the way, I'm Carissa Atkins. I'm a former marketing and HR professional, turned two-time entrepreneur, certified health and life coach, personal trainer, and total badass champion for women's health. I've been featured on ABC, CBS, Embassy, Market Watch, and so many more. I help busy CEOs and female entrepreneurs melt 10 to 15 pounds of body fat, lay down some lean muscle, feel confident and sexy in their bodies, and create an unstoppable mindset. I went from feeling blah to badass in less than 5 years, and now I get to help other women do the same. What I'm about to share with you is what I have personally learned and experienced when it comes to having a mental, emotional, and physical transformation. Ladies, it's time. It is time to raise our standards, unleash our healthiest selves, and gives ourselves permission to boss up to the next level of brilliance. Are you ready? Great. So there's a few things that I'm going to ask you to kind of think outside the box on, okay? So the first one is that I want you to ditch the crazy diets for something a little bit better, right? So let me tell you why you need to ditch the diets and embrace a more intuitive, mindful eating lifestyle. So diets don't really work. And here are two big reasons why I personally don't believe in them. Number one is they are restrictive, boring, and no fun. While most weight loss diets can help women lose weight, they may be unsuccessful over the long run for a couple of reasons. A, some women don't follow their diets to like the T, right? They don't follow it perfectly. Therefore, they don't lose that much weight from the start, which can leave them feeling very frustrated and ready to give up. Another reason is that other women, right, they might not have mastered it, but some women do the diets like 100%. They see great results, but then start to fear what is going to happen long term because deep down, they know what they're doing isn't sustainable. And C, some women even engage in less exercise and body movement because they lack the energy to even work out, right? Because they're consuming so little calories. The second reason why I'm not a huge fan of diets is because dieting can be dangerous. Yo-yo dieting, which is just repetitive cycles of gaining, losing, and regaining weight, has been shown to have negative health effects, including increased risk of heart disease, long-lasting negative impacts on your metabolism, and the constant negative self-talk daily, which comes from dieting, only affects your mindset in all the other areas of your life. Did you know that at any given time, more than a third of Americans are on a specific diet with weight loss as a leading reason? Did you know that 66% of Americans are overweight and 32% are obese? Obesity rates have doubled in the last 30 years, and it's because we are not eating intuitively, and instead we're eating for convenience. And the even scarier number is that 300,000 deaths per year attribute to obesity. Now, I want you to meet Stephanie, right? I had a client named Stephanie. She was a very successful CEO boss babe. She came to me frustrated, tired, and mad and worried that she would never, ever be able to lose the weight and keep it off for good. She had jumped from diet to diet. And even though she had some decent results after each diet, she always found herself back in her fat girl jeans, feeling miserable and like a failure. Her words, not mine. She was so upset that she felt like she had control over all the other areas in her life, but couldn't seem to get her shit together when it comes to her own health and well being. During our epiphany session, it was obvious to me that yes, she could commit to living a healthier life, but she never could commit to the lasting changes because she didn't build healthy eating habits. She had been programmed by her mother and media that in order to lose weight, that she would need to go on some diet and eat the same thing every single day. How boring. I mean, nobody wants to eat the same foods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. After about 5 weeks on a diet, right, she would find herself feeling deprived and would end up sabotaging her results because she missed yummy food. She missed comfort food, and she definitely missed the drinks out with the girls. Now, Stephanie, she chose to work with me and my team. And within a matter of 3 weeks, she had not just lost 2 inches from her waist, but she also learned how to plan and prep for her weekly meals, which allowed her to eat different types of food that she enjoyed every single day. She said, Carissa, I am loving the fact that I can eat what I want when I want and still see the scale move down, still see like the measuring tape go smaller. After 6 weeks into my program, she had not only become a master at intuitive eating, but she also figured out how to fit in 4 weekly workouts into her very busy schedule, which allowed her to start feeling happier, healthier, and more productive in her business. The part that blew her mind, The biggest part, right, was that she didn't have to diet or eat boring foods again in order to lose weight. She realized that if she could build healthier eating habits and a healthier relationship to food, that she could start to repair that relationship, never diet again, and never feel restricted when it comes to food. Now, Stephanie created some very solid eating habits. And because of our work together, again, she will never have to count a calorie, starve herself, or hate her body ever again. Now, you might be thinking, what is intuitive eating and why is this better for me than going on another diet? Well, intuitive eating is a philosophy of eating food that makes you the expert of your body and its own hunger and fullness signals. Essentially, it's the opposite of traditional dieting. It doesn't impose guidelines about foods to avoid or what and when to eat. Instead, it teaches you that you are the best person, the only person to make those healthy choices for you and your body. Now, intuitive eating is an eating style that promotes a healthy attitude toward food and your body image. The idea is that you should eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. Though you'd think this would be an intuitive process for many people, it's not. Trusting diet fads and so called experts about what, when, and how to eat can lead you away from trusting your own body's intuition. To eat intuitively, you may need to relearn how to trust your body. To do that, you need to distinguish between physical and emotional hunger. Now, physical hunger, the biological urge, right, that tells you to replenish those nutrients in your body. It builds gradually as its different signals approach, right? So maybe think growling stomach, fatigue, irritability, lack of focus. And it's satisfied when you eat any kind of food. Emotional hunger. Now, this is driven by an emotional need, right? Sadness, loneliness, boredom are just some of the feelings that create cravings for food, often comfort foods, which on a diet, most of the time you can't have. Eating then causes guilt and self-hatred. Okay, so you've just learned why you need to ditch the dang diet. So, the second thing that I want you to think outside the box on is now I want you to ditch the excessive exercise plans. Why? Because you don't need them to lose weight and feel great. So, if trying to stay healthy wasn't already confusing enough, now science has come along to crash everything we thought we knew about getting fit and staying fit. Media has made us believe that in order to lose weight and tone up, that we need to be eating less food and doing more cardio. Now, there is some truth to eating less calories and working out more, but it also leads to burnout in the body, which is what they don't tell you. So, did you know when I ask women, my favorite questions to ask women are, what are your health and wellness goals? And they always say things like, Carissa, I want to be skinny. Carissa, I just want to lose weight. Carissa, I want to look good. Carissa, I just want to feel motivated. Ugh. But in reality, what women really want is sculpted shoulders, smaller waistlines, and they want to wear cute, sexy clothes that allows them to feel like a badass boss babe. So when I walk into the gym, I notice two things. Number one, the ladies are on the cardio machines or in the aerobics rooms. Number two, second thing I noticed, right, is that all the men are in the weight room building strong, big muscles. Now, this blows my mind because while cardio is important, so is strength or resistant training, especially for women. Cardio does burn calories and helps aid in weight loss, and combining it with at least 2 to 3 days of strength or resistant training workouts can increase your rate at which you lose weight. Let me ask you a question. What comes to mind when you hear the words weight or strength training? What comes to mind? Well, if looking like the Hulk or some crazy, insane female bodybuilder comes to mind, you're probably not wrong. You may have heard that weight training can make women look bulky from building muscle, or that strength training is dangerous for women. Another common thing that you might hear is that muscle will turn into fat if you start lifting. Ladies, let me give you some truth around this. None of it is true. In fact, it is all bullshit. Okay. So the NHS recommends that in order to stay healthy, adults should partake in two different types of physical activity each week: aerobic exercise, which is cardio, and strength training. Okay. So, strength or resistant or weightlifting, whatever you want to call it, carries so many benefits that will lead to you being healthier, stronger, and more leaner. So, why am I a huge fan of strength training? Four reasons, right? It improves fat loss. So, when lifting weights, you build lean muscle. The more muscle you have, the quicker your metabolism will work. This means that weight training will help boost your metabolism and, in turn, burn more calories, meaning a reduction in body fat and improved weight loss. Did you know that for each pound of muscle you gain, you'll burn 30 to 50 more calories per day doing absolutely nothing? Yeah, I'm burning calories right now as we speak. The second reason why I love strength training is it enhances your mood, right? Exercise releases endorphins, which improve your mood, prevent pain, and even fight depression. My clients who add strength training to their weekly exercise plan tend to feel more confident and capable as a result to lifting. Now, the third reason why I love strength training is that it gains strength without the bulk. Okay. So, unlike men, women typically don't gain size from strength training. This is due to levels of testosterone that women have compared to men. Typically, young women have around 10% of the testosterone that men have. Because of this, women will develop sexy muscle tone and definition without the bulky size. And the fourth and final reason why I absolutely love strength training is that it helps reduce the risk of heart disease and diabetes. Weight training can help to improve cardiovascular health by lowering bad cholesterol and increasing good cholesterol. And in turn, this will help you lower and regulate your blood pressure. Using weight training as a part of your routine will also improve the way your body processes sugar, which may reduce the risk of diabetes. All of this reminds me of Sarah. Now, I actually got on the phone with Sarah personally, and she told me that she had been trying to lose weight and fit into her sexy clothes for the last 5 years. It drove her crazy to have such cute clothes sitting in her closet, never to be seen by anyone. Now, Sarah is a smart, beautiful lawyer that keeps a very busy and very tight schedule. When Sarah came to me, she was frustrated with her body and tired of carrying around the excess weight in her belly, arms, and in her back. She had lost 20 pounds 10 years prior to our call, but she couldn't seem to lose that final 15 and get that sexy lean tone that she was hoping for. Now, when I asked Sarah how she lost her first 20 pounds, she said, "Well, Carissa, I went on a diet that allowed me to eat only 1,100 calories per day, and I spent countless hours on the cardio machines." Whew. And then, right, I asked her how much fun she had on her diet and doing all that cardio. And she said she hated it with a passion. But because she was losing weight and she had lost weight in the past from doing this, right, she kept doing it. I then asked Sarah how much she weighed 5 years ago compared to now. She said, "I might lose a pound here or there, but not enough to keep wanting to do this to myself. Plus, Carissa, my business has doubled. So working out 7 days a week like I used to just doesn't work for my life anymore." You see, Sarah was tired of eating less and sweating her ass off every day on the cardio machines and still not seeing the inches melt off her body. She was ready, 100% ready to boss up and feel sexy and confident again in the courtroom. And she knew without a doubt that if she could lose that body fat and look toned, that she would have the confidence to scale her business yet again. In 45 minutes, Sarah was able to get clarity on how to finally lose body fat and sculpt a lean, sexy, healthy body. Sarah was sick and tired of not loving her body that she decided to work with me. And just after 8 weeks with my program, Sarah was able to lose 10 pounds of body fat. But also, not only the fat did she lose, she was able to increase her muscle mass, which gave her strength, confidence, and a sense of self-worth. You see, Sarah didn't want to just lose weight, but what she actually wanted was to lose body fat, lay down some lean muscle so that she could see definition on her body. She also wanted to feel confident in her clothes so that she could kick more ass in the courtroom, which I totally loved. Okay, so you've heard why you need to ditch the diets, why you need to ditch the insane cardio workouts. Now it's time for you to ditch the go big or go home mentality. Small changes can equal big results when it comes to your health. So while you may believe that big changes are the only way to achieve real results, it's the small lifestyle changes that can leave the biggest difference in your overall health and well being. When changes are too drastic, it may leave you feeling overwhelmed, deprived, frustrated, and stressed. Now, don't get me wrong. I am all about helping my clients achieve big goals and dreams. However, I understand how important it is to break down your big goal into bite-sized bitty pieces that are totally doable and achievable. I teach my clients how to make small lifestyle habit changes. Why? Because I believe that in order to lose weight and keep it off forever, it comes down to the daily habits and rituals and routines that we create for ourselves. Most of the women that I coach want to live a healthier lifestyle, of course, but they're just not sure where to start. Losing weight, feeling energized, and creating unstoppable confidence isn't all about exercise and food. Do I believe that exercise and nutrition play a big role in getting healthy and feeling great? Abso-freaking-lutely. But your path to good health doesn't always start at the gym or in the grocery store. It starts with solid routines, healthy habits, and less stress. I'm going to say it one more time because stress is a killer. Okay. When you stress out, it's really, really hard to get the banging body and the positive mindset that you're craving. So, creating good habits and routines that support less stress, quality of sleep, self care are critical elements when it comes to bossing up and getting and staying healthy. Now, I want you to meet Tiffany. Tiffany owns a very successful social media company. She told me that she used to love doing things that made her happy every single day, such as running 5Ks, reading books, being a mom, and growing her business. When COVID hit, she found herself stuck in a serious rut. Tiffany allowed her mind to be so consumed with tons of negativity and toxic BS that it was not only affecting her personal health, but also her business. She woke up every single day unmotivated, feeling depressed, and she wasn't taking care of her body like she used to. She said, Carissa, I literally get out of bed, crawl into the office, still wearing my PJs. I work for 5 to 6 hours only so that I can drink my night away. I'm not running. I'm not eating healthy. I'm not being the best mama to my kids. And I am super irritable around my husband. During our epiphany call, I noticed that she was constantly comparing and judging others and herself for what they were or were not doing, right? Tiffany knew that she needed and wanted to get back to feeling healthy and vibrant and positive for not just herself, but also her clients and her hubby and her kids. Tiffany's goals were to create a morning, a midday, and an evening routine that would allow her to get back to eating healthy, running 5Ks, stressing less, and not drinking so much. And she knew all of that would allow her to sleep better. She knew she needed to make so many changes to get her old self back that she felt super overwhelmed with all the things that she should be doing that just kept her stuck in a state of paralysis. It wasn't until she started working with me that she became truly unstoppable. It only took Tiffany 2 weeks to start feeling a bit more motivated, energized, and healthy. Before I knew it, Tiffany was food prepping, eating healthy meals, running daily, taking time for self care, and bossing up in her business. By the end of 10 weeks, Tiffany had lost 10 pounds and, more importantly, gained her life and her business back. She went from feeling blah to badass. And you guys, her family, her hubby, her clients, her employees all loved being around her again. Over a 10-week period, Tiffany worked on 3 major things. One, she built a morning routine that was so excited that it got her out of bed. She then built a midday self-care practice that allowed her to recenter herself and take up that running so that she could completely de-stress and mentally prepare herself to be the best mom for her girls in the evening. Then the last routine that Tiffany worked on was she wanted to create a power down hour, right? Which allowed her to shut off her brain at night and finally get some quality sleep. Tiny tweaks to her normal morning, workday, and evening routine left Tiffany feeling back in control in her health and business. So you've just heard 3 things that I am like uber passionate about, right? Ditch the diet, ditch the excessive workouts, ditch the go big or go home mentality. But the 4th and final one is all about owning your true badassery self and becoming the boss babe queen. I have come to realize that most women play small when it comes to taking care of themselves. Ladies, you can try it all, right? You can try exercise, a bubble bath, you can lose weight, you can add Botox to your face, you start a new relationship, you can even give yourself a promotion, right? And you're doing this to try and make yourself happy. However, over the years, I've come to learn that those things are not going to give you the joy and happiness you deserve until you can unlock your badass self and understand your true worth. This is the total, like, real secret to my methodology that you won't find anywhere else. At my unhappiest times, my eyes were wide shut to the truth. I had low self-esteem, zero confidence, and I was always comparing my body and results to the other ladies in the gym. I never considered that lingering feeling of not being happy was coming from a lack of self-worth. Instead, I thought if I could control what was going in on the outside, that it would fix the inside. And I didn't lose the weight and like feel happy, right? I lost the weight thinking it would make me feel happy, and it didn't. Believe me, I gave it my best shot, but fixing the outside Carissa without addressing the inner stuff doesn't work. It wasn't until I started investing and loving myself first that I became a true badass boss babe queen that I am today. The key to real change is treating yourself like a queen first. Until you know deep down that you are worth loving, investing, and believing in, it will be hard to make the necessary changes in your life to love your body, feel confident, and rock the skin you're in. Only when you feel unstoppable on the inside can you truly step up and unleash your healthiest self. Now, meet Tammy, okay? When I first met Tammy, she said, Carissa, I want to look fit. I want to feel sexy and confident, and I want to rock my best life. As a doctor, Tammy knows how important it is and the health risks that go along with the excess weight around your belly. She's a doctor after all, so I would expect her to know that. However, with all of her knowledge, she wasn't able to pinpoint why she couldn't lose the weight. She thought it was her lack of consistency in her diet and exercise plan that were holding her back. She also had a deep-rooted belief that in order to lose weight, it was going to take a shit ton of hard work and be 100% complicated. Okay. Now, lack of consistency and discipline is a big factor when it comes to losing body fat and looking lean and more defined. However, I could see that it was her own sense of self-worth that was truly holding her back from finally losing the unwanted inches and owning her true badass self. In a matter of 1 week, with working with me and my team, Tammy unlocked and shifted her self-worth belief system. That allowed her to finally start to take care of herself. And more importantly, she truly believes she is worth treating herself like a queen now. You see, I wholeheartedly believe that once women believe they are worthy, enough, and capable of change, only then do they truly show up, boss up, and thrive in life. Once women become queens of their own castle, they make decisions, right, that support their best life. They share their opinions. They walk away from toxic BS. They let go of stories and excuses that have been holding them back for years. They take risks. They invest in themselves. And in my experience, they boss up and achieve unstoppable and unthinkable things. But it all starts with getting to the root of the cause of their own worthiness. Are you ready to be the woman you were always meant to be? So, if so, okay, if you're ready to be that woman, that unstoppable, sexy, confident woman, I need you to ask yourself a simple question. Do you want to spend 80% of your time obsessing about how your body doesn't look good, eating tasteless, boring foods, jumping from diet to diet, spending countless hours in the gym, and stressing out about the number on the scale for the rest of your life? Because there are two ways to get the sexy, confident body 365 days a year. Option one, you can either take my advice, tips, and strategies from this video and try to implement them into your daily lifestyle. You can continue to search millions of Google pages, YouTube videos, and Facebook groups for the latest diet trends and information on how to shift your mindset, habits, and rituals. You could spend tons of hours researching your custom calorie target rate, figuring out which foods are good for your body, how to plan, prep, and cook healthy meals for you and your family, and which workouts are best and most effective for you. And lastly, you could try and hold yourself accountable to showing up and reclaiming your best life. I call this process insanity because you could literally lose your mind sorting through all the information that is out there. Or you could pick the faster, more direct, and easier option. Investing in yourself with my group coaching program, right? My 10-week proven framework to a more healthy, abundant, and kick-ass life by working with me and my team of personal trainers, nutritionists, and badass healing coaches. We're going to help you boss up and live your healthiest life ever. We absolutely love working with women who know what they want and need and are willing to show up and get healthier so that they can truly thrive in their life and in their business. Getting the body and confidence of your dreams doesn't have to be hard, complicated, or stressful. But you do need to let go of what the media has brainwashed you to believe. You need to give yourself permission to actually achieve the results that you've been craving. Let's talk about your struggle, right? With losing weight and feeling good in your body. Over the years, your mind has been brainwashed and conditioned to think that losing weight and getting healthy is expensive, complicated, and hard. And if you're asking yourself, why have I been brainwashed? Well, because the truth is the health and wellness market revenue was over 44 million in 2019 and will reach over $60 million by 2025. This massive amount of marketing dollars has brainwashed us all into thinking that in order to be skinny, lose weight, and feel happy, that we need to buy all the fancy equipment, order all the expensive food, buy the amazing workout clothes that are just going to magically, right, make you feel motivated to go work out. And we've been brainwashed into thinking that we need to jump from diet to diet in order to have that rockin' body. Ever since we were little girls, we used to think that in order to lose weight and love our bodies, that we would need to either go on a diet, starve ourselves, take a magic pill, work out constantly, or use guilt and shame as a form of motivation. I mean, think about it. Magazines, billboards, social media, shit, even Barbie was super skinny with a smile on her face. I used to believe that in order to be healthy and happy, that it all depended on the number on the scale. And that's just not true. I have found out that what women really want isn't to be skinny and lose weight. But in fact, what they really want is less body fat, more muscle definition, and they want to look and feel confident in their own bodies. Once women start to see the definition in their arms and their legs and in their bellies, they realize that, they actually want to look like the queen that other people see in them. Confident, sexy, bold women. That's what they really want to see and feel like, right? So now that you know what you actually have to do, let's really quickly recap that, right? So I need you to ditch the diets. Stop depriving yourselves, ladies. Start eating food that you love and that is healthy for you. My clients become masters of their own body and they learn how to honor their food needs and become intuitive, mindful eaters. My clients ditch the insane workouts and instead they do the right workouts that get them the results that they want. You don't need tons of cardio. You just need the right mix of cardio and strength training to build lean muscle, because muscle eats fat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the third thing is that I teach my women to ditch the go big or go home mentality. When it comes to looking good and feeling energized and creating unstoppable confidence, the true shift comes from how you tackle the small things. You can stop with the extreme and build small daily habits that are easy and fun to do consistently. That's what helps you show up and play big. Remember, ladies, health isn't about the number on the scale. It's about being healthy in all areas of life, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Total mind body wellness is what I teach. And the last story that I teach my clients to ditch is the old story that lives deep down in their subconscious mind. This story tells them that they're not worth it or worthy enough of change. When you have all of these elements in place, that's when your fitness and your health results skyrocket. And that sense of struggle that you have, that you've had to basically become someone else in order to feel comfortable in your own skin, this is what dissolves over time, because everything becomes so much easier when you decide to get off the struggle bus. When we work with our clients, the very first thing that we do is work with you one on one at a deep subconscious level to surface and release the stories and patterns that are holding you back and keeping you stuck. Getting to the root of the real issue at hand and learning how you specifically sabotage your results is critical to making lasting changes. Shifting the way you think about food, movement, and self surfacing your stories isn't enough, though. We're also going to condition the changes so that they stick. So that's where we give you the custom audio track that you listen to using a technique that we teach you so that you're creating a deep alignment between your subconscious and your conscious mind. Now that energy, right? Once it's freed up, we get to working on developing simple lifestyle habit changes. That's when my 8-step proven framework system comes into play. You're going to learn in that 8-step framework motivation, mindset, and vision. Right? Module 1 is all about helping you get clear on what your health and wellness priorities are because it's essential. It's really hard to crush your goals if you don't know where you want to go and where you're starting from. So in week 1, we create a long-term vision for your success and break it down so that you can anchor your why to your daily routines so that you can manifest your goals and dreams that much faster. In modules 2, it's all about nutrition, right? During weeks 2 and 3, we talk about the importance of becoming an intuitive, mindful eater. You again are going to become the master of your own body's needs and wants. We're going to discuss how to honor your hunger and fullness, identify which foods are right for your body. You're also going to learn simple ways to track, plan, and prep your weekly meals so that you can show up for your best life. During these weeks, you have access to our certified nutritionist where you will be able to submit your food logs and get immediate feedback that will help skyrocket your health results. In module 3, it's all about fun, body movement, and exercise. Now, during these weeks, we're going to learn the difference between what exercise and movement is. You're going to understand how to build a fun, flexible workout plan that will help you shred body fat, build lean muscle, which gives you that toned, sexy look. And during this module, you will not only be building out your own fun movement menu, but you will also get access to our personal trainers so that you can build a workout plan that is tailored to your goals and body needs. By the end of this week, you're going to know how to write up a workout that is totally doable for you, your lifestyle, and for your goals. Now, modules 4 is all about self-sabotage, stress, and relaxation. For many people, stress can have a direct impact on their weight. Whether it causes weight loss or weight gain can vary from person to person or even situation to situation. You're going to learn holistic ways to de-stress and relax more, which will allow you to burn more fat, feel good, and boss up in all the other areas of your life. Module 5 is all about self-care. Now, self-care has been a huge key to my success over the last 5 years. I had to realize that when I didn't show up and take time for myself, I wasn't truly able to show up for the people in my life that I love. So during this module, we're going to develop a self-care plan that is customized to you that, yes, you can stick to. In module 6, it's all about those routines, rituals, and habits I was telling you about earlier, right? It can sound counterintuitive, but developing daily routines can help us feel more in control of everything and help us make room for all that's important. During this module, we're going to create powerful energy boosting routines that allow you to wake up with energy and power down at night and finally get some sleep. Module 7, work-life balance, baby. Balancing your professional and personal life can be totally challenging, but it's essential, right? For any boss who wants to boss up, it's essential. You're going to learn how to rebalance your life by figuring out your biggest priorities. Oftentimes, it's our lack of being able to say no to others letting go of perfection, and putting unrealistic expectations on ourselves that leave us feeling totally unbalanced. Module 8, gut health, right? So sometimes all the self-care and clean eating and body movement and relaxation does not cure your digestive health issues. During this week, we're going to talk about the role of the gut, the importance of a healthy gut, what your microbiome is, and how your gut affects your mood, how it affects your motivation and drive, how it affects how you feel mentally, physically, and emotionally. And we're going to help you get it back on track if you struggle with digestive issues. I know it's an amazing 8-step framework program that is literally proven by myself and my clients to help them boss up and melt body fat. And of course, look sexy and lean in their bodies. Now, this isn't a DIY program. It is a very much done with you program. But what makes us different is that we not only support you on the surface level by helping you create healthy habits, but we also support you on that deep subconscious level. Because if we don't get to the root of the real issues at hand, ladies, you will always find yourself back on some crazy diet, not happy with your body, or feeling like you are not worthy and capable of real change. We do this with that one-on-one mindset support and conditioning calls. We have live Q&A group coaching calls every single week. Now, these calls are groups of 25 or less of women. And during these calls, me and my team get to ask you questions that help us see where you're getting blocked or scared or distracted so we can help hold you accountable to achieving your biggest goals. And during these calls, we get to answer all of your questions that you might have, right? You also, not only do you get the one-on-one support and the group coaching support, which is crucial, right? We also give you daily Voxer support because I understand that when it comes to creating healthy habits and bossing up and playing big, we sometimes need some extra support, love, and accountability during our journey. There is even a private members only Facebook community so that you have peer support as well as support from myself personally and, of course, my team. But please do not bother booking an epiphany call if you're the type of woman who purchases programs and then completely disappears. Why? Because if you join my program, I will hunt you down and find you and get you back on track. So I want you to just scroll down and read some of the client testimonials. My goal is to have you share your testimonial 10 weeks from now, which means I have to help you get your results. So if you can say yes to the statements that I'm about to share with you, we are a match made in heaven. Okay. Are you an action taker, decision maker, and a real go-getting woman? Are you a woman who wants to look and feel healthy and vibrant in her own body? Are you a woman that takes responsibility for her actions? A woman who wants to make an impact in this world? A woman who is ready to boss up and achieve the next level of success? If that's you, then girlfriend, we are a match made in heaven. Now, my programs and my team and myself are not for the women who like to complain or make excuses. Okay. So if you're a woman who complains and tends to let her BS excuses get in the way of her showing up, we're probably not going to be a good fit. And that's okay. If you are a woman who isn't willing to get outside of the comfort zone and play in a different play box, then I'm going to ask you not to again book that call because we're probably not a good fit for us. And that's okay. So if you're a high achieving, goal getting woman who is ready, truly ready to boss up and melt body fat, double her energy, and feel sexy and confident in her skin, I want to encourage you to book that epiphany call. During your epiphany call, we're going to ask you a series of questions to understand where you're stuck and what's actually causing that stuckness. We're also going to listen for not just what you're saying, but for what you haven't even realized yet. On the call, we're also going to talk in great details about your vision, because without one, you're going to run out of energy and willpower. We will flush it out. Trust me, I'm really good at that. And we'll also make it super visible. And then together, we'll create a clear path for where you are today and how to get to the beautiful goddess body of your dreams. And at any point, if I realize that we are unable to support you, we will not make you an offer. Okay. But honestly, we don't work with every woman. If we're not 100% sure that we can help you, we won't offer you a seat. But what we're really good at is helping women build healthy habits and feel like the boss babe queens. So if that is that during that conversation, if I'm like, yes, trust me, we'll offer you a seat. But what we do, again, isn't for every woman out there. So if we discover that what you want is not something that we can help you with, I know so many professionals that I'm happy to refer you on. Absolute worst case scenario is that you will have just spent an hour talking to an expert who is able to lead you to achieving the body and the life of your dreams. You'll be able to uncover the hidden patterns that are sabotaging your attempts at becoming the healthiest version of you, so that you can finally make the shift that allows you to show up in your life the way you want to and get healthy and happy once and for all. If you're like, hell yes, this all sounds so amazing, go ahead and book that epiphany call. I would love to see your name pop up on my calendar. This is it, the moment of truth. Are you actually as ready as you say you are? I hope so, because there's nothing subtle about the change that's coming your way. Ladies, it's time to boss up. Book the call.